we will fight.
But when you're on the floor of the House and you're making a submission, you've been given your time, and perhaps you are opposing a clause here, and there's still distraction that we continue to see. How do you go around it? Is there a possibility of prosecuting the matter and not being able to air out your views?
Yes, but the beauty is that once you're recognized by the speaker, your mic is the only one that is on. So basically what you say will be heard and it will go unanswered. What the others will be shouting will not go unanswered. But of course, it's a very sometimes very chaotic situation that you can be in when you're introducing something they don't want to see, or you're opposing something that they are supporting. So sometimes it gets quite unruly.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday it got unruly when members even the whole of that vote was taken when the House was disorderly, which basically meant that no business should take place.
Yes.
Because the minute the House is disorderly, members are on their feet from both sides of the aisle, and they're walking around the mess. All sergeant at arms are protecting the mess. How then do you conduct business? And everybody is shouting. So I thought to myself, you show Kenyans a lot of drama. I mean, why would you pass it at that time? Why not just say, let's go for lunch, let's meet at 2:30. We prosecute this business when we have cooled down. But the attempt to rush the process means we don't care.
I hear you. But is there any give in this that we can say, okay, do you get to the point whereby both sides can agree that this actually should be removed, or this should be kept, or this should be edited a little bit so that it's a little bit more, consumable for people? Because at the end of the day, this is for people of Kenya. So I'm really keen to understand what then the process is for today. Or is it just a rush thing? Let's see, if you have an argument, doesn't matter, we toss it out the window, but we're going to conclude this today, no matter what? Or is there actually an appetite to see that the things that are being argued and debated on then are implemented? Because then the last 2 days would have been a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And in fact, I want you to, Kenyans should watch what happens today in Parliament, because every clause will actually be read out. And where there is amendments proposed, they will be discussed, they will be mentioned. Everybody who has a proposed amendment will be given an opportunity to prosecute it. So Kenyans should listen keenly so that the arguments and counter-arguments can be heard. So that at the end of the day, once we are making a decision on that clause, then Kenyans know what we have agreed on. If we were to decide to be decent with each other, we can actually do that process seamlessly. And we, I can assure you, my team and I are not going to be, unruly in any way. We're going to attempt to push through the amendments that will help our people, and we are going to support any amendment that is that takes away pain from our people, and we are going to oppose any proposal that imposes excessive taxes on our people. At the end of the day, Kenyans must know that this finance bill, even though the majority side wants to paint it as very rosy, and they are trying to sugarcoat it, the intention is to raise more revenue from Kenyans. The intention is to tax you more. That's what must come out clearly. So we are looking for those areas where they are taxing you more. And we are saying, you don't have to tax us more. You are the ones who have come up with this excess budget. You should have cut the budget, cut your cloth according to your size. When you have a budget with a whole of 1.1 trillion, how do you run a country that way? So for us, and then you keep borrowing. They got into office and said if you're in a hole, stop digging. They've dug themselves completely underground. I mean, you can't even see them anymore. So for us, we will try our best, and we hope that today will be a decent day. The shouting, I hope, doesn't continue, because at the end of the day, also what happens that all of us, even whether you're on the side that is opposing, supporting, it also sends a message about us as a house. And like you just said during break, I mean that it's an embarrassment to the country. The house becomes a laughingstock, and this parliament will probably go down in history as the worst ever since the promulgation of the 2010 constitution. So I can tell you, I've been in the first two and I'm in this one, and I can tell you there's a huge difference. So I think how we manage ourselves today will send a picture to the Kenyans. And I want to urge my colleagues, let us be let us be decent with each other and stop innuendos and lies and, castigating each other for nothing. Let us interpret the law as it is written.
Yeah.
Your understanding and mine might differ, but let's have, mutual respect.
Yeah.
We want to ask the question, what's the rush in concluding the matter today? Can this be allowed to go further beyond today for better understanding and the dissemination of the matter at hand? Because you're talking about a serious document that needs time for proper execution. Why rush through it today?
There is time, because with the month
Yes.
is right in the middle. Another week or so would not hurt
Anybody,
you know?
yeah.
And I can tell you that that yesterday at 1 o'clock is when we put the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
And today we are supposed to have drafted all our amendments and and you are looking at all these laws. You have to
Yes.
look at your VAT Act. You have to look at your income tax. You have to, your income tax. You have to look at, tax procedures
Yes.
so that you can know how to deal with KRA and what they are proposing. So all those within a span of you start the debate at you finish the debate and put a question at 1, and in the morning of the next day there is an order paper having the committee of the whole house and amendments already proposed. So that means our amendments, most of them, will be blocked out.
Yeah.
So we will try and even present them even on the floor, because it is possible that you if it makes sense, the speaker can allow. We'll take our amendments even to the floor and hope that they accept them and we move together, because the only proposed amendments that can really have found their way within that short period would be the ones that were proposed by the committee, which were drafted. They started this business long time ago.
Yes.
And so they proposed their amendments when they were meeting with the public. As we have finished debate and it's only now that we can know what is it you had proposed. And you also need to know what they have proposed as you come to propose yours. So you don't know their amendments. So how do you because you might be proposing an amendment in vain that they've already proposed. So it's okay, it's better to support the amendment if it does what you want it to do. So I think the rushed process is one of the gimmicks. I don't know what they are scared of, but maybe they don't want this to be on the table when the when the anniversary for the Gen Z revolution comes. That is 25th of June.
Already.
So they want this done and dusted and forgotten. I think that's the intention.
Well, it's interesting because it's very clear that this will